Hello, I hope everybody can hear me. Good afternoon as we checking things to make sure it's working properly. And if you got, to like to invite some of your friends, community people over, let them know that, hey, it's about to go down. People over? No, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I just wanted to make sure that you could hear me. I always have to check this technology when I'm coming on to make sure that you can understand what we are doing today. How you doing? It's the 4th of July, Saturday. Saturday, that's right. It's a Saturday evening. And I hope everybody's having a wonderful time, with family and friends in other cities and states. Here, I did have an opportunity because I didn't do my show the other day because I was invited to come to an event, in Portsmouth, Virginia, the home that we all know well for those people that was born here, and had an opportunity to meet some of our people that look out for our livelihood and some of the things that they are trending to do now as we continue to be able to see that it's important that we support our candidates and delegates in this time and day. I don't know. I had put some pictures up here and it seems like I don't know where they are. But nevertheless, we're going to reach out to you. One of the things and topics I want to reach out about is guns down and pin up. Get our young people acclimated to know more about the political arena. And if you got people 17 that will be 18 by November, get them to register to vote. Their vote is important in this campaign. And we must see this through and we must be able to show that we are concerned about our future generation. That's what it's all about. Making sure that they know the political arena is the place that they have to make sure that when it's time to register to vote, that there be have everything in place in November. And what that means, guns down and pin up, register. Get them to know what candidates that you hope that they'll support, because it's important for each of us to know candidates so that our young people will know the right people to vote for. It is no secret what goes on in this day and time. Last time it was an election, candidates, and they don't even bring it up really. Why was mailboxes in the Afro American community taken up? Why was the mailboxes limited in the Afro American community when it was time to cast votes? The president, they had them removed. Also, if people were in line, they were told at the polls that no one could give water to people that was registered to vote. All these things to me are important that they're not talking about, to let the world, let the community know and the citizen know how important this election is. These things were done, and then they try to say we try to steal after government and did everything to say, hey, this was a legitimate election. Biden won. And here we go, less than 45 months, we right back at the polls. But this time, we got to get our young people acclimated to register, because when they turn 18 by November, they are eligible to make history in this day and time. In this day and time at the polls. Why you say that? Because this is the uncounted. They're really uncounted because they don't think young people are interested at this stage to be voting for a president? Well, to me, I've been working in the community and working with young people nearly over 50 years. And you'll be surprised the things that young people know about, young things they talk about, and we take them for granted. And I've been telling the young people I know doing my shows, my radio show, my music shows, don't let them take you for granted. Stop letting them take your vote for granted. Because without your vote, a lot of candidates won't be able to win, will not be able to win. And you should know the real story about what's going on in your neighborhood with all the gun violence and suicide. Everything that's going on is taking away our future generation. So I want to ask all parents, aunts and uncles, grandmamas and granddaddies, take your young people that are 17 now, if they'll be 18 by November, so they can be casting their vote for the candidate that you teach them, give them information on all the candidates, and let them make their own choice. They have the right at 18. This is their world. This is their world. The future lies in their hands. Guns down and pin up. We got to make sure we educate them. We got to make sure that they find out the information they need. They find out the latest song, they know the artist and all this. But today, we got to do more than lip service. It's very dangerous in the world today. And the people that make the choices of our future generation is depending for them to get out the vote. Get out the vote. So I'm going to move on to something else. I'm not going to keep it long today. I'm just trying to iterate the importance of guns down and pin up, because we need to talk to our young people. We're losing too many of our precious resources in our communities throughout the United States, and we have to do more. We have to do more. And if we can get them to register, then we stand a better chance of picking the right person. Don't let nobody fool you, because it's important to get them out to the polls. It's important to make sure they understand what election is all about, how they operate it, how to do all the things to keep us from being a part of what's going on. We can't sit around no more and pretend. We can't sit around no more and pretend. We have to engage our young people. We have to engage them and let them be aware of what's everything that's going on. Guns down, pin up. Guns down, pin up. Guns down, pin up for November election time. As we continue to move on and move forward, I also want to bring you, I just mentioned yesterday, because I wasn't here, I was at the event in Portsmouth with the City of Portsmouth Economical Roundtable, and learning about all the fascinating things they're doing in Portsmouth, Virginia. Oh, yes, they're doing some great things over there. And hopefully they have a couple of people from the roundtable in Portsmouth Economical Development on the program. But these are some of the people that was there. Your senators were there. The one and only Senator Tim Kaine, who's running for re-election. Bobby Scott, who's running for re-election, was at the roundtable. And there's some of the things that people was engaging in and letting them know what they need to do and what type of services they need in Portsmouth for the future leadership, and they came up, they got some great ideas of innovating, what's in the innovating district, the innovating district plan. We'll talk about that more on Tuesday. Once I begin my show on Tuesday, I'm just briefly uh, informing you of the things that are going on in Portsmouth, and hopefully they have some guests on. So if questions need to be asked, they can. And the goal is they have a tremendous goal, grow our own jobs, create an entrepreneur atmosphere. And they entitle it the greenest streak in Hampton Roads, new streetscapes and green infrastructure. I'm telling you right now, if you in Portsmouth or you want to do business in Portsmouth, uh, they got, oh man, I don't want to mention nothing that I'm, that I want to talk about on Tuesday, but I want you to be here Tuesday, and hopefully I'll have a guest to come on if I don't be covering something else. If not, I will reschedule it another day. Also, I had the opportunity to I call her my longtime friend because I've been knowing her for years. When she first started getting in politics, I worked on her campaign when she first started in Portsmouth. I'm talking about the one and only Miss Louise Lucas. She's one of the most powerful ladies in Virginia. This lady right here. And she always give me the pleasure of taking a picture with me, and I always appreciate that because this show is about getting information out to our young people. These are the people that make the decisions for their future. Senator Louise Lucas. She makes the decisions. And hopefully I will have her come on as well if her schedule permits, to bring her on. But not only did I get the chance to meet her, I also got to meet her daughter. That's right. There you go. That's Miss Senator Louise Lucas' daughter, who is on city council in Portsmouth, Virginia. And she definitely said she would be honored to come on the talk show and talk to the candidates. Talk about things that are happening in Portsmouth. And she's also a candidate for the city of Portsmouth to be mayor. And it's important for our young people to be able to engage in conversation and topics that's going around and going down in the city of Portsmouth, Virginia. That's my hometown. That's Miss Burke. She's gonna be running for this for the mayor of Portsmouth, Virginia. She's put her head in the candidate. There's a lot of great things going on in the city of Portsmouth, and we got to be able to be abreast and be able to show love and get our people out to the polls. Get them out to the polls. We cannot no longer sit around and entertain things that we keep saying we won't change. We want growth. We want our young people to be able to be entrepreneurs when they need funding. These are the people that are talking about these things right today. Right today. You have to introduce them to your kids. You have to bring them to the table and let them be aware that these are the people you got to get familiar with. You got to be able to register to vote to do that. And if they're 17 years old, they need to know that these are the people that's going to be working on their behalf. We can't sit around and keep pretending and get mad with the public and say, hey, well, why do you do more than that? Well, because we have to get the word out. We have to make sure that our young people be aware. We got to make sure that they understand that it's all about the message. It's all about love. And I know a lot of people watch this show. If you stay in Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Let them know what's going on in Portsmouth because you got relatives there. I try to explain to people, everybody got somebody to love. And we need to be out there spreading the word in all the 7 cities. If you stay in Hampton, Newport News, Virginia Beach, Franklin, you have to let these people be aware that, hey, these are the people in your community that's running. You got to do better. If you stay in Norfolk and you got family, and a lot of people got in the 7 cities. This is why it's called the 7 cities, because everybody got family in all the other cities. So they have to spread the word in those cities that they got friends in Norfolk, they got friends in Virginia Beach, and you might stay in one of the 7 cities, but I got relatives everywhere in the 7 cities. I got family in Chesapeake, I got family in Virginia Beach, all the cities, Franklin, all the people that I know a lot of people from all over because I've been a DJ for over 50 years in this area. And people like, well, why are you sending out the message because they can tell their family and friends to vote for these people, support the ticket if they're Democratic. Tim Kaine and Bobby Scott, these are senators that's making roads for your future kids. You got to stop playing around. You can't whine and grind after the election is over. You have to do something now. Make it an emergency. Make it as if it's your last meal and you ain't got no more food in your refrigerator. These are the people that may get it done. These are the people that's sitting at a round table, talking to the leaders in your community. And everything they were saying to yesterday was on point. They was talking about what they're going to do for the community, for the city of Portsmouth. Or suppose you want to do business in the city of Portsmouth, you might stay in one of the other 6 cities. They got that going on too. You got to understand it's not about all this heaping and hyping, and they always talking about, hey, well, Joe Biden, he can't win. That's the biggest misrepresentation. I don't care all 34 counts that Donald Trump got. You ain't heard not one Republican saying he's doing a bad job. They want him to run again. He's still talking about, well, they stole the election. They stole the election. Well, this year they ain't going to steal the election. You need to get your young people, your nieces and nephews, your sons and daughters, if they 17, they're going to be 18 by November. Get them out to the polls. Get them to the register office and get them literature on the candidates and give your voice, your opinion. Because kids, when they turn a certain age, will still listen to their parents because their parents know better. This is why I do this show, to try to bring information so you can share it with your young people if they have questions. Who is Tim Kaine? Who is Bobby Scott? You ain't got to give a title. Let them ask the question so they can get it in their mind. They are senators that pass bills that get you money to go to college, get you money get you money for your aunts and uncles and your grandparents to get health care. Don't leave it to these sound bites. It's important for young people to know. And also the president of the NAACP, the gentleman right here, was there as well. I'm just briefly running through a few pictures. I got others to come, other topics to talk about, other candidates in other cities. But we got to stay abreast. We got to keep our head to the sky, not down in our hands crying. When it's all said and done, who's going to win the race? And the race needs people to get to the polls and register to vote. We should not be sitting around whining when we have an opportunity to get people registered to vote. I want you to show, that's why I'm leaving these pictures up today. It's not too much how I look. I'm only going to be here for another 8 or 9 minutes, not going to. But I want you to show your young people, pass it on to the young people in your family. Send a link to them because it's important for them to know. It's important for them to know what's going on. And we can't sit and cry when it's all said and done. Talking about, did nobody do this? You got relatives in other states, other cities. Let them know what's going on in P-Town, as they say. 2 up, 2 down. VA. We have great opportunities. And you got to get behind the people that's out there working on your behalf. You already elected them. Don't let these people come along, the other people come along telling you what they ain't done. Remember this, what they ain't done won't get done if they get in office. It won't get done. You cannot sit still on this campaign election in November. It is just as critical as it was in the beginning. These people, politicians, not playing. Let them know what's going on in P-Town. If you got relatives in P-Town, if you are looking to start a business, you need to be in P-Town. They're opening the doors. They're doing everything they can to bring in new business, making a way for entrepreneurs. You can't sit there and pretend, hey, well, I needed help. Call them. Call down there to the Portsmouth Economic Development Department and inquire about information about starting a business. Is there any funding? I'm just letting you know. I'm not going to spill all the beans. You got to do your due diligence. You have to get out there. Senator Louise Lucas, Vice Mayor Lucas, they're already on the ground, changing things, getting the tolls. Senator Louise Lucas is getting the tolls lower, so you don't have to pay outrageous fees every month. It can't get done unless y'all are supporting them and make sure the candidates they are supporting get reelected. Tim Kaine and Bobby Scott, 2 fine men, have been working diligently in the Senate to make sure that bills get passed. Because if they don't, the street term, your butt is going to be grass. But you got to put fire to make sure that they can collectively win their seats and candidates that they support on the ticket, on the Democratic ticket. Y'all keep playing. You don't want the other team come in there and destroy what Biden and Harris has already put in place. Gas is lower. Food prices are coming down. Even McDonald's say, hey, we got to lower the prices. People ain't paying that $15 or $20 for no one bag. They got prices down to $5 for a whole bag. You got to watch what's going on. Watch the news. Keep abreast of what's affecting your way of living every single day. And the other party don't want that. And if you got a senior mother or father, aunt or uncle, they get back in and they are cutting Social Security. They're going to do away with Obamacare. What part you don't understand? You got to get the people that's on the battleground right now and make sure they get elected. I'm just letting you know. It's up to you. These are the people that is working hard But Senator Lucas' daughter is running for mayor of Portsmouth. She's going to need your vote to be in Portsmouth. Get people out. Get people out. Let people know. These two candidates here, Senator Tim Kaine and Senator Bobby Scott, you got people in their districts. Let them know. Let people know. Don't wait till the last minute. We got to November. It's right around the corner. These months are flying out of here like a bat out of hell. You already know how we talk. Keep it real. Keep it straight. Our young people are losing their lives. And the older people that know better are going to the cemetery or the pipeline to prison for 20 to 30 years. It is no game out there. You got to talk to them and wake them up. They can start a business, a legal business, should I say a legal business, with the help of the city they stay in the 757, the 804. You need to know. You need to get the vote out. You need to get your young people registered to vote. Like I said, all I'm trying to do is spread the word to let the people know. Guns down, pin up. Guns down, pin up. Gun down, pin up. And get the information. It's on the internet. Research it, because that's what my son do. He researched it and weighed the pros and the cons. And I bet him just like I'm betting anybody else. He might think I love my son to death. But I'm just letting you be aware. If you love your children, do the same thing. Engage with them in conversation that's worth engaging in. Because when it's all said and done, when the ink dry on the paper in November, don't come crying if you don't vote for the right people. Senator Louise Lucas, much respect. This is a dedicated, hard-working lady. She done made history. Now she's trying to get it so that your kids can make history instead of in the news. Stop making the news and make history. Let them put you in a book, not a penitentiary. It can be changed. Portsmouth is on the map, on the move. I hope you take an opportunity to share this link with other people on your page. Remember to love yourself and put God first, and everything else will fall in place. It doesn't matter what others think about you. It's what you think about yourself. Like I said before, I only came on for a brief time because it's the 4th of July weekend. And I do have to take time with my family, even though, I get chewed out, but I know the community is important to me. It's always have for over 50 some years, 55 or 58 years. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching.